Hi, Tim here, coming to you from Monte Carlo, where I'm here for the Ernst & Young World Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. Over the last few days I've met some amazing people and been truly inspired. I think I've also put on a fair bit of weight. It's the constant eating and drinking. On the first night there was a reception at the Hotel de Paris. What a building. All the entrepreneurs were asked to come up on stage, and as you can see, I felt the need to show the room just how pleased I was to be there. As well as my wife Amy, Dan and his family have also joined us here. I haven't told him yet, he's actually got to drive the camper back to New Zealand. And Mum's here too. It's probably the most upmarket family holiday the Alps have ever had. Check this one out. At one of the receptions, when you walked in, you were, I guess the word is welcomed, by a couple of performers from Cirque du Soleil. Great outfits, if only they had them in green and purple. Yesterday at lunch, all the entrepreneurs were brought together for a big photo. And there I am, front and centre. Then last night, it was time for the big one, the black tie gala dinner. You leave your hotel and everyone gets chauffeured down in these amazing vintage and prestige cars. But you're ahead of me on this one, I know. We just couldn't resist. Well, there's a lot more leg room from the start, and Amy definitely didn't want to crease her dress. It felt so good getting into the green and purple. And then arriving at the venue and getting out to walk the red carpet, well, it was priceless. Ernst & Young spared no expense on this gig at all. More wine and more food, of course. The entertainment, as you can see, was provided by Cirque du Soleil. The guy who set it up actually won the World Entrepreneur of the Year title 5 years ago. Next, it was my turn to go up on stage and be inducted into the World Entrepreneur Hall of Fame. Yes, you can hear the music. It's of course what you guys all voted for. It's Business Time by the Flight of the Conchords. How much more Kiwi could you get? I must admit, at this point I was thinking, how much more surreal could you get? If only they could have seen Dan and I back when we had just 35 Daewoo's. But that's the point. All these entrepreneurs started somewhere. There's just so many amazing stories to be told. Oh, and check out the trophy I get. There goes my baggage allowance. Then it was time for the fireworks. I know, it's not even November. And what do these guys do? They open the roof of the room you're dining in so that you can get a much better view. And then, well, it was time to announce the winner.
The 2011 Ernst & Young World Entrepreneur of the Year, Olivia Lum from Singapore.
Well, this is it. It's the last day. The journey's somewhat over, and what an amazing journey it has been. You know, to spend the last 4 days with some truly inspirational and entrepreneurial people right here in Monte Carlo has been incredible. I couldn't have done it without the help of my family and all the friends at JUCY. So I'd just like to say thank you. Thanks to my brother Dan especially, who's been here with me in Monte Carlo and sort of been able to soak up all the atmosphere. To all of our crew back in New Zealand who've been led by Susie while we've been away, thank you for all your efforts enabling us to come and do this. This is not a Tim Alpe or Dan Alpe affair, it's a full JUCY affair, so it's fantastic to have everyone along for the journey. To my wife Amy, who has spent more money in Monte Carlo than I even want to think about. But once again, this whole journey was to bring you guys along the road to Monte Carlo, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you can take a little bit away from it and have enjoyed it as much as we have. So, time for me to sign off now. We've got to get this thing back to New Zealand, and unfortunately, Dan's doing that. He doesn't know yet, but he's going to have to drive this thing, and apparently he's going to have to take it through Afghanistan. So I don't think it'll stick out at all. It'll definitely blend into the horizon, so I better go tell him now. Cheers.